or no, Kanye went there to meet with him about justice reform.
Right, because Kim K's
and that's how
shit.
ASAP Rocky's name got brought up, and Trump got ASAP home and shit. But I think in the whole scheme of it, in Trump's head, being called a racist every day of your life and all that shit,
I think
you want to appeal to other crowds.
For sure. That's what I was going to go.
And that's just, I think that's common sense to like any person, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's wild. Presidents really be like trying to make themselves look.
Yeah, bro. They're actors.
I know why we're acting surprised, or I'm acting surprised, but we shouldn't be acting surprised. But
they're not.
Hopefully, those allegations from Kodak aren't true.
Right.
No. Shout out to Wayne for finessing the system, or just getting lucky enough to make it look like he finessed the system. But either way, he's not going to jail, which is like very important.
Yes.
Cheers to
that's what we all want to see was Wayne go back to prison.
Hey, cheers to the freedom of Lil Wayne and Kodak.
Free Weezy.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. I want to talk about how music's kind of already done the switch in the last decade of moving on to like, you know, we've had like the quote unquote mumble rap, which is a shitty term to even say because a lot of it's not even mumbling.
Right.
Emo rap, more of like this different genre of hip hop that's not even really hip hop anymore, and the decline of like rappers who really just put in the work of like writing lyrics and storytelling and making like more lyrical raps. You guys really think there's really like a decline of that, or do you think that it's just as strong, but there's just so much more? There's Cody on the phone. There's so much more. I feel like my opinion is there's lyrical rap never fell down. There's just so much other music that's just as high, that's in the forefront, that makes it feel like it's behind the scenes more.
So to me, I feel like there has been a decline as far as the popularity of lyrical rap. I feel like the number of lyrical rappers may be, you know, similar, maybe higher now, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like their music tends to be more underground, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas nowadays, like with like, you know, the TikTok age and like where SoundCloud developed into, SoundCloud rap, I feel like that shit was more about like, make it real quick, put it out, you know what I'm saying? Get the vibe, get the feel. You don't have to say words. Like that Adderall song, Corvette, hopping in a motherfucking jet, made jet.
Is that hip hop?
He says, net. There are no words to that part, and that shit is on the charts right now.
No lie, he
says no words, bro. Net.
See, I don't know TikTok.
I don't know bro. That shit. There are no lyrics there. It's straight, literal like gibberish. And that's just it's topping the charts right now because it's about like the vibe of it.
Is it topping the charts or is it TikTok?
Well, no, TikTok makes it top the charts because they get a stream every time someone plays one of those. What is it? A minute?
Uzi also hopped on the
stream. So that shit. You know, we play 1 5-minute song of a lyrical artist
for sure. But that's still popularity, though.
Yeah,
you know.
But, no, it's different.
It's a different avenue. It's a different avenue for sure.
Uzi hopped on the remix, which also made it like pop more. But TikTok is hot right now. It's super hot on TikTok. But anyways, fuck that dude. He a rat. That's just my opinion.
That's what I heard.
Allegedly, but
no, we saw the statement. He's a fucking rat.
Rap used to be like lyrical had to be, or conscious lyrical rap had to be like intellectual bars, kind of, you know.
Right. Exactly.
Now I feel like there's so many branches of
right.
rap.
You can impress people different
lyrical, ways. You can be a lyrical trap rapper in a way.
Right.
You can be a lyrical
Montana 300.
Conscious, right. There's still conscious rap, but there's like subgroups. They got very specific fan bases for the underground conscious shit.
Right.
What do you call? You think it's on like a decline? You think it's just out of the mainstream, which is that's not as you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I think it's like almost like kind of like the Vine era, right? A lot of shit changed during like the Vine era, and a lot of corny shit came out. And I think with TikTok, I saw like a lot of people been getting deals, but in my opinion, I think these people are probably signing bad deals just because they got a little fame on TikTok and they think it's really gonna go somewhere off one catchy song.
But like to the general public though, and like literal content wise, do you feel like lyrical rap has become less?
Oh hell yeah! What the fuck?
Right,
that's not even a question.
Right,
man.
that's like.
I feel like I'm like man. At first, I fuck with Pump, dude. I fuck with Perp real hard. You know what I'm saying? But like their decline in the last year or two, man. Like people are just realizing, like man, as you gotta think about it, the generations of rap, they go into generation, right? And that stupid ass, no content, turn up shit. These kids are gonna grow up just like the rappers, Lil Pump and Smoke Purp are gonna grow up and be like, man,
Right.
I don't want to pop Xanax no more.
Right.
I don't want to drink lean no more.
Right.
You know,
They're gonna
like,
stop listening to that
and
shit.
then they're gonna be like, man,
That's
this shit
exactly
just
it.
corny
That's
and stupid,
exactly
man.
it. It's the audience.
You're gonna
But no
grow
one
the fuck up. So like, you have to plan ahead and shit. I saw this interview with Master P, right? And he's like, man, every rapper's gotta know
Smart. That's
what he's doing and when his fall off time is coming, man. Instead of spending that money, being flashy and all that shit for the internet, man, like think about it really.
Invest.
Put that money away, man.
Yeah.
You could be flashy and all that shit, but it ain't gotta be real, dude. You could be fake nowadays on Instagram. People think it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Put your money away and
Go
shit.
pay.
Because at one
Ocho
point,
Cinco said he buys
you won't
fake
fall
jewelry.
off, dog.
Hell yeah, he
That's
said
crazy.
Claire's $9.99.
He said he buys
Hey,
fake jewelry.
it's not-
The thing is, you can buy fake jewelry if everyone knows you can afford the real shit. It's like,
Right.
the-
Who gives a fuck?
if you buy fake jewelry and you don't know no one knows how rich you are, they're gonna be like, oh, you just broke. But
Right.
if you're fucking got $10 million
You're
and you
Chad
buy fake
Ochocinco.
jewelry, it's because you just don't care. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, no one's gonna know the difference. I can't tell the difference between anyone's jewelry really, unless you really get close and personal. to
Right.
it,
I'm not
you
a
know what
jeweler.
Here
Hey,
was
so
a
Kyle,
yeah.
what you saying is a good point, but then I think about like those rappers like you just named, like Lil Pump or who else you just said?
Smoke Purp.
Smoke
I'm saying? No one expected them to
They're-
last that long.
They're when you like think about what type of rappers they are the type of rappers that like
It's
somebody that doesn't grow up. So like when I think about it, it's like somebody like Juicy J. He's
Right.
never grown up. He's
No.
been the same person. He's been an old ass nigga.
No, we sitting on the ratchet
So
pussy.
you're right,
But
I see that.
He's been the same, like on like he lives like he's 21 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that'll never change.
But when I grew
So
up on
then-
Juicy J, he wasn't the same Juicy J as
Yes,
he
right.
was when I got older. He
I
started
mean, as
fucking
a
with like
person,
Taylor Gang.
but wasn't he rapping about the same shit?
Basically.
But it all
Basically,
changed.
pretty
But
much,
he
yeah.
stayed solid and consistent. I'm not gonna say that you're not right with your point. Like he still is like, let's turn up, get trippy,
Right,
and
right.
shit. But like, Lil Pump, Smoke Purp, like they haven't been released anything.
No, they only had so
That's
far
what
this
I'm
is
trash,
though.
bro.
Yeah, that's what I was just about
They
to
gotta
say.
mold.
Like,
They gotta change and shit.
we think that rap is bigger because they get more streams and shit,
Right.
and they have all the one-hit wonders.
Mhm.
But like, do you think in reality, like Lil Pump with his however many hits is getting more streams than J. Cole with
No,
his
absolutely not.
lyrical rap?
Absolutely not.
But
No, not even.
no,
Those two,
no
no,
way in
definitely
hell.
not.
Well,
Because they have
yeah,
more.
I
J.
should
Cole
have said
has.
someone other than
Maybe
Cole,
on
but
social media platforms for altogether streams and then staying
That's-
a classical
yeah,
song or
that's
track
right.
throughout the years. Hell no.
Right.
If I ever liked a Lil Pump song, I liked it for a week and I trashed that shit.
But I'm
But that
still
was when-
listening to Forest Hills Drive.
Exactly.
100%.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
Because your core fan base
We
is
It's
so
time-
much.
just
it's-
bumped
It's
GOMD
timeless
right now.
music. A smart rapper will make
Right.
timeless music.
All right, so perfect segue.
Yeah.
My question is, if lyrical rap is simply like on a decline from the forefront, it still lasts longer in longevity terms because they
means-
connect to people in a way
Right.
where you're a core fan, where you stick to the music longer,
Yeah.
you wait
It-
for the music, you anticipate it.
Right.
The microwave era, someone who puts out a Corvette, you
Right.
don't even know his name until
Right.
10
You
minutes.
Yeah,
don't
I remember
forget. You don't forget that
Right.
song in
It-
2 weeks, bro. You're gonna play it so much because the hook is so
Right,
much.
it sticks with you. It hits you in your soul. It's that type of shit where you're gonna like you'll show your kids and be like, "Yo, when this
But
shit
it,
came
yeah,
out,
but it is one of those songs.
You know what I
You'll
mean?
come back to it after like a year or two. And be like,
still,
Yeah, yeah.
it bro."
but I got,
5
you know, I
years
could
later.
play the same classical, the State versus Roger Davis, that Gucci Mane's original albums. I could play them every day, you know,
Yeah.
because them bitches is classic. He was up on that trap turning shit too, you know.
Right.
Just different era, a different kind of shit. A lot of it's harder beats now and shit. So, you know.
It's also like I feel like you can be. Well, I kind of already said this, but I'm just thinking about it more. You can be lyrical in so many ways now because there's
Right.
so many
Different branches and shit.
Like hip hop has, you like Jeff said, you got the emo shit, you got the mumble rap,
Mm-hmm.
you got fucking whatever, but all
Right.
of them have some lyrical aspect. Not all of them are just, I don't know.
Straight like bar for
Focus
bar,
on the
or like
bars.
telling a story
Yeah.
like the way it used to be, like Nas and shit like that. You know.
What I
Yeah.
think, as and like a whole, and I don't hate on nobody. Anything I said, do not quote me on it. Like I'm gonna be right for the rest of our lives. That shit. Lil Pump and Smoke Purp could have great careers from now on. I'm just speaking based on opinion. These guys could pop, and come back and do it hard and
It's
just.
possible.
You think they could come back?
I mean, dude, what I think
They have a
is
platform already.
it depends how fast they mature and what they do with their money. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's facts. I agree with that.
Before I go broke like Jock.
A lot of these lyrical rappers have like a very niche fan base. Like right now, like especially because we can't go out and party during the COVID era.
Right.
A lot of us are sitting in the crib.
Right.
So there was a reason why, like Benny the Butcher and the Griselda rappers are like had the biggest year of hip hop last year than anybody else.
People have more time to listen
because we're all sitting here just like in the crib, like we're all trying to listen to fucking a club song while they're working from home. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Those people who have those niche fan bases, they are making a lot of money through streams and their merch because all these people like. I'm not gonna buy whoever the Corvettes dude's T-shirt is, but I'll buy a Benny the Butcher T-shirt because I actually like him and what he does and what he connects to.
You gotta go back to see like the Baby. I think the Baby had the biggest stretch through COVID, dude. Like, and he's like turned up
because of his momentum coming from the year before.
He switched back and forth. Like he went through a lot of shit. Dude.
That's a good point.
He went through a lot of shit, and I really liked a lot of his emotional songs. I thought the Baby did a great thing all the way through COVID. Going through.
So Cole had this line back in Forest Hills Drive album where he said, "Back when you get a platinum plaque without a melody." And I think him and like the Kendricks and the Coles were like, and the Drakes were like the last generation of rappers who like. Didn't need like the new melodic sound that we hear now to be on the forefront of rap. Mm-hmm. I think that really started back in like the late 80s and 90s with like Run DMCs and the LL Cool J's who brought hip hop to the forefront of music in general with like what they did on like when MTV was first coming out and all that shit.
Without a catchy melody or a super popping beat.
Right.
100%.
Before Run DMC, MTV played solely rock and pop. Material period.
Yeah, it was punk
100%.
Yeah,
white people.
Nirvana was up there, Madonna, your Britney Spears, like all this stuff, Britney Spears was later.
Shout out Britney. Still smash.
But basically that was all that when people saw music on TV, it was.
Was Britney ever really hot like that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Even when she shaved her head, I'll still smash.
Beautiful, bro. But yeah, so
most white guys would say so. That's all.
Bro, I think she's beautiful. I
didn't see you dipping in some white chocolate.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We won't name no names.
Britney ain't one. That's all I'm gonna say.
But basically, when Run DMC basically took their track and they crossed it with some rock instrumentals, some heavy guitar, some heavy drums, which could appeal to the masses,
When they did their shit with Aerosmith.
It was before that. They had one more before that was rock influenced,
Yeah.
Basically, what that did was it made it acceptable for MTV to play, And they had a huge following in New York already, but it was underground. Only radio stations would play the music, so the masses had never seen hip hop unless they had an in New York. Basically, Run DMC coming from New York finally got that in by using the rock instrumental, So they played their video, and it was a very cinematic video. They had like this prominent scientific white speaker to introduce the video like you would like a science video, you know what I'm saying? They had a little white kid in there.
I think I remember that shit.
Yeah. It was a pretty big deal. They had a little white boy, he's probably like 9 or 10 years old, and he's like following Run DMC around, smiling, excited to meet them. So that made white parents, it's on MTV, the very first rap video on MTV ever. That made parents feel comfortable, You know what I'm saying? And they did that on purpose. The producer was like, we're gonna run the video this way so that the white audiences will feel comfortable.
That's crazy. That's the way it had to be.
It had to be like that. It had to be like that. Yeah. So once they did that, they were like, oh, hip hop's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? And then they slowly had to kind of work their way in. Nowadays, obviously, hip hop is at the forefront. Everything, even from pop to EDM to country music these days is influenced by hip hop.
We didn't surpass it. Now country singers are making fucking hip hop songs.
They rap. That's crazy. And you would have never imagined that. And then that goes back to how did we get to that point, Because before rock and pop, were the forefront. You had, your rock and roll, your AC/DC, your Aerosmith, which to the parents of that generation was the devil's music, But their music, the Beatles, the Grateful Dead, to their parents, that was the devil's music. They were listening to Frank Sinatra. You know what I'm saying? And then before that, you
Rat
had
Pack, Rat Pack.
Right.
Elvis.
And
Elvis
Elvis
was
Presley.
like
Right.
fucking terrible when he first came out.
yeah, because
Didn't he like overdose on the toilet and shit?
Yeah, he did. He did. He made great music though. He made great music,
But he was a great guy. He was a great guy.
whatever music is
Kyle
coming
was
out.
just like throwing out some random shit like.
No, like he was building up to it. He's saying like each like generation was like, oh, that's the devil and shit. Like, has anything really changed?
Right. It's just yeah.
Yeah.
So
when you get that much money and that much pussy surrounding and shit, and the
right. It's hard to stay. It's hard to stay.
Off the toilet.
I mean, I probably wouldn't last a good 5-10 years. I'll say. No, I'm just kidding. Longevity. That's
but I know what you're saying. It was
right.
It was turning into the forefront of hip hop, which has been since then, since like
hip hop
1990 itself, like been the biggest genre of music.
Oh,
do you think it's the longest lasting, biggest genre of music? Like how long did rock and roll last?
I think
it's between that and rock and roll for sure.
I think
before that was pop. I think Britney Spears,
and that's when hip hop started.
Madonna,
really.
I think there was like a major thing and shit. You got like the news, like when I got a cell phone and shit, it was like a big thing. Hip hop and like pop surpassed rock.
Yeah.
For like total streams and total views and all that
yes.
shit. Like
most
popularity, it was the most fucking
like
popular
Drake beat the Beatles
genre of music. Yeah, after like I think 2010. Don't quote me, but yeah, I think around that time it finally surpassed.
Yeah,
it, you know. Yeah.
Grammys now is like people are looking forward to the hip hop performances
100%.
on the Grammys. The Grammys is you think of it as more of like nowadays us we watch the Grammys wait for the rappers to go on.
Right.
But it's really all genres.
Right.
Awards.
Right, but when it comes to best artist of the year, which is through all genres, or best album of the year, which is through all genres, more times than not, it is a hip hop artist these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that was not always the case.
Like that's why, like back in the day, you were saying Run DMC hooked up with the rock connection or whatever. I think that's why hip hop is at the forefront now.
They had to cross that genre barrier.
From rock and roll, they take from R&B. Even now they take from EDM. You know, see Marshmello doing songs, fucking everybody. Hip hop can collab with everything.
I think 100%. I even saw something. What like rock music originally came from with like the blues or something. It was the blues. It was not white music. It was black culture music that rock even came from. You know, and a lot of people I don't even think know that. So like the whole thing with like rhythm and shit. That's why it's still like to this day and shit. Like white people don't have rhythm and shit. You know? Like they can't fucking dance and shit. You know, some can because
you said that.
Whatever, and that's. I'm not saying this is factual shit. I'm just saying things that I've heard based off like and my formed opinion off the things that I have heard. Why white people don't have rhythm because. It never started with them.
Right.
You know? Well, that's going back to Elvis, too.
You want to see some rhythm?
Yeah, see some rhythm.
Nah.
Yeah, no, Elvis, that's a good point, too. He borrowed from black culture a lot.
Stole like soul and the early rock and roll from black culture and just made it huge in white culture.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
And then I think towards the 90s, a lot of things like KRS-One came along.
Right, Rock.
And then it was like NWA and shit.
Right.
And shit started getting more melodic and people were starting to write lyrics for other people.
Yeah, I'd say more lyrical,
like
less melodic.
People just were starting to focus more on the entertainment and the money out of the music business. Because back then in the early to late 80s or even early 90s, people weren't making the music, the money they're making off the music that they're making now.
Sure.
People are making ridiculous money, but a lot of them are getting scammed too at the same time. You know, they got to play your fucking cards right. This world's crazy, and all these contracts, blah blah, all this shit. But 90s when they came in, I think the Bone Thugs.
Yes,
they really changed the game.
100%.
Those chorus,
specifically,
I agree with that.
Yes, with the home.
They were sing rapping.
Yeah, I'm going past NWA with this shit.
That was like
those were the first like rappers I listened to. Like
mid late
90s, late
90s, yeah.
Easy, yeah. But they started the
rap,
catchy chorus,
catchy chorus
with the nice beat and shit. But
and
they also rap crazy on that shit, bro. And then there came Twista.
That was happening a little bit.
Do or Die.
A little bit.
Like they basically mixed R&B and rap.
Right.
But their choruses were that catchy, melodic.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And that's what I caught on to. And then after in the early 2000s or late 2000s, where I started going to like 3rd grade, 4th grade, it was 3 6 Mafia, and then they carried it on and shit.
But I think one of the starting points of that was Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy. because that was a melodic
Tupac.
chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tupac,
Huge.
California Love, another one, melodic chorus, you know what I'm saying? And then just hard ass bars in between
Yep.
each
Right.
chorus, you know?
So I think a little bit during that, it was during that era, obviously, but a little bit before that, who really like influences there
Mm-hmm.
is Nate Dogg.
Yes, 100%.
He was on the
R.I.P. and shout out
Why
Nate
Nate
Dogg.
Dogg?
Yeah.
What you mean?
I know why. I know why Nate
Oh,
Dogg.
yeah,
I think that was a little later. I think that was a little later. I think that was a little later than. It was a little later than Tupac, Biggie,
Area code.
Big Pun. Was it Big Pun or no? It's Big Al. Was it Big Pun?
But he was
Big
he
Pun?
was the
Big Pun?
first.
No.
Nate Dogg was probably the first featured.
Nate was just the
Right.
best.
You didn't ever
He was
listen
just
to
the best.
He was the best at it.
He was just the best.
No
Right.
one ever probably bought a Nate Dogg CD.
I
I
got
don't know.
hoes.
But every Nate Dogg
In
feature
different
on
areas.
Eminem,
Right.
50,
Cold.
whatever,
Right.
was a
Nate Dogg
banger.
Nate Dogg was similar to like a Drake now. You put Nate Dogg on the hook, that shit'll sell.
Rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was the original the T-Pain that we had.
Yeah, the T-Pain, the Drake. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't the original of bringing
T-Pain's
that
the one.
melody into the hip hop.
That's a whole different story. Right
Mhm.
there. That was like after 2010.
But alright, going off of that then, so we went from where we are now, we went all the way back basically far enough. What's next? Like is hip hop gonna stay the forefront? Is it gonna influence the next forefront, do you
course.
think? Because if you look at it, every forefront influenced the next one in a way.
I
See,
think
I'd argue it can because hip hop can collab with
But won't
everything except like what you said. Country
Right,
dudes
right.
try to rap.
Yeah, but no actual
they're not
hip-hop
ever
fan-
gonna collab.
no
but-
actual hip hop fan is gonna listen to a country rap.
Right.
And that's just 100% fact.
Right.
I'll never
And
turn on a country
that-
rapper in my car and be like, man, this shit bang, kid. No.
Depends what kind of country rap.
But so many things get classified as hip hop.
Mhm.
Which is what they need to
Because
switch.
there's
Agreed.
trap hip hop. There's whatever.
Here's-
TikTok hip hop.
Here's a perfect
there's
example right here. The kid, Leroy.
Leroy, yeah.
Leroy.
Yeah.
My bad. He is classified as hip hop when you go on iTunes,
Right,
but he's the new generation that all these kids really like.
right.
He's not really hip hop.
He's
Not
It's
really
alternative. It's
It's alternative.
They
What
didn't
I'm
even
saying
say
is
name of that genre.
alternative hip hop, but
hip hop.
that's why I say hip hop is the greatest genre of music ever created because hip hop is
Every
all of
fucking thing.
music, bro.
Well,
Then it comes back to what I said when rock and roll started, bro. It was not started by a white man. It was started by the blues. It was started by the black man. So
But think about this, right? Hip hop stemmed from a disc jockey, right? A DJ spinning records, combining 1, 2, 3 songs together, songs that already existed, which typically came from disco, blues.
They took the disco
Right.
breaks,
Or
turned it into
rock.
rap music.
They would take the rock drums and take the disco synths
Yeah.
and then like some vocals from like an old Billie Holiday or
Sample it.
Frank Sinatra. They sample that part
Of course.
and they mix it, they chop it up. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I like
was
this,
club music.
and then that's the music
it
that
was
they're
like,
playing in
damn,
the
it was
clubs.
like-
And
it was
then
like
somebody,
that first generation of EDM when
Right.
people really started feeling
right?
figuring out how to
That song is
chop
like, I got
Right.
these instruments and these,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
And then what would happen is in the club, somebody would get on the mic and say, "Hands in the air, hands in the air, now
Yeah.
wave like you just don't care."
Ah, I feel that.
Hands in the air,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then that developed into, well, I was walking down the street and I picked up my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that developed to what
Bro,
we
what
have
was that
today.
Family Guy shit where he's like, take off your shoes before you walk in the house because I don't want, get the floor dirty.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah,
It's like, what?
exactly.
Ah.
That's-
Yo,
I
and
mean,
then I
that's where
turned
it started.
into Roddy Ricch. Bitch don't wear no shoes in my house.
So that's the elevation of hip hop is Will Smith taking off his shoes because he's trying to be polite.
Right.
To Roddy Ricch saying, bitch,
Bitch
don't wear no shoes in my house.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But I don't think that. So if rock and roll had a peak and
It
it,
did.
had a time limit when it was
Yeah,
the
it
biggest,
had a
pop
beginning
music
and
had a
end.
time limit.
Right.
Hip hop has to have a time limit. There's got to be something next, and I think
Okay.
that they need.
No,
to,
because I
you know why though?
Well, let him finish that
Because
thought. Let him
of
finish that
what they're categorizing the new music as hip hop, they should give it its own genre term.
There's so many
There's
subgenres.
no way because hip hop is music in general. I think hip hop is rhythm, melody, and just music.
Hip hop is
general,
not
bro.
Nirvana, bro. Hip hop is not
No,
Guns N'
I'm
Roses.
not saying,
It's not.
but I think like, dude, like the okay, yeah, I see what you guys
Hip
are
hop
saying.
was not
there.
the Beatles. It's
But
not the biggest
not.
genre.
Like, yes, but like the first person to like tap their foot and be like, "Hey,
That's not hip hop.
someone knocked their knuckle."
There's
No, that's
so
just
much
music.
more.
That's
just-
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying music as in a whole, like, is like hip hop.
Hip hop is like an attitude,
but it's
behind
not. But
music.
it's not. And I hope some of you viewers get what I'm saying. Anything to do with rhythm or anything that makes you be like
That's music.
That's
What
just
the fuck are you
music,
talking
dog.
about?
That's
music,
all music.
okay? But
Hip hop
That's
is
just
hip hop is an
music.
attitude
Yeah, I
behind
think
the
that's-
genre that it made.
yeah.
So
The
I
Kid
feel like-
Leroy is not hip hop's attitude.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but
But
I feel
what
like-
you're saying is like how I said hip hop is so many things.
Right.
You're saying it shouldn't
Yes.
be that way.
Right.
Basically.
That's what
Or,
Jeff
well,
said.
that's what Jeff is saying.
Yeah.
I think they
It's
should
like-
categorize it as something else. That
They
way
should
they can give a
narrow it
new
down.
genre the up for what's
So-
going to be the biggest genre.
so-
But how can you go that way when hip hop has turned into what it is now? Now
Okay.
there's the super drowned auto tune. Now there's the punk rock hip
Right,
hop.
that's what
Now
you're
there's the
saying.
super
Because
drill
it's
trap
just
shit.
hip-hop.
Now there's like the straight people lyricists.
Give
now
them
there's
all
the
their own
mumble rap.
genres.
Right.
You know,
That's what
Don't
he's
call them
saying.
all hip hop. Give them their own genres so we can see what.
Yeah,
they're
but now
gonna
people are coming up with genres like mumble rap and shit.
That's
you know?
not.
It's
Well,
like-
that's not a real genre.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
really
iTunes doesn't categorize that as mumble rap. That's not a category in the award shows. That's
Yeah.
something that someone
Right.
made.
I see what you're saying. There could be like a generalization. I think it would be just
Alternative.
hip hop or like
I want its own.
when
genre.
Lucky X came out, he called
That's
shit
alternative. That is
trap.
alternative.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
you know, there's so many different ways you can go with
your
it.
prime example is Juice WRLD.
Right.
Like, that is his own type
Right.
genre of hip hop.
Yeah.
That combines
It's
a bunch
alternative
of
hip-hop.
other.
It's
Right.
so much shit though.
But
Like,
it's
what could you, as an opinion, as yourself, what would you categorize it?
Alternative
The thing is, the person
Yeah,
who's
yeah, right,
alternative music
right? But
and rap.
so
all together.
okay, so would you
And
say Lucky?
EDM beats.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Would you say
Like,
Lucky?
alternative
Would you
shit.
say Lucky X is alternative hip hop?
Yes.
Mhm.
1000%.
Okay, but what
But
Jeff
it's
is
a
saying.
totally different alternative hip hop.
But
Right.
exactly what I'm saying. There's so many lanes.
No, I ain't
There's
even
so
say-
many lanes
I
that you
can't
go
even say
into.
they're
You can't just
completely
put it all.
different. I can't even say.
So what is Lil Peep?
He wasn't
I don't
hip hop
listen
to
to
me.
That's like
Yeah.
emo. That's emo rap.
Lil Peep is
See,
straight.
this is
emo
proving
rap.
my
It's
point.
not
Like I
rap.
said, there's so many
But I don't know
different
what
genres.
music is.
But
I
he's
mean,
rapping about same type,
He's not
not rapping, whatever you can call it, alternative.
Is he rapping or what?
If you ain't rapping, it's not hip hop no more.
But he's over at hip
Well,
hop.
wait. There's a difference
with
between
808
rap. Listen,
hi-hats, claps,
listen,
same
listen,
shit,
listen,
auto
listen.
tune, all
Kyle,
that
Kyle,
shit.
fuck with me.
Right.
Listen,
Yeah.
there's a difference between hip hop and rap.
Of course.
Hip hop is an entire culture,
No,
right?
don't tell me that. No.
Yes, it
Don't
is
tell
true.
me that.
It's facts.
Listen.
Hip hop is graffiti. Hip hop is style.
Yeah.
Hip hop is b-boy dance.
Yeah.
Hip hop is
Yeah.
boom bap beats.
Yes.
What you spit over hip hop is
Yes.
rapping.
No,
Yes.
Yeah.
what you spit over,
That's a fact.
what you spit over hip hop is your own articism, right? And it's not hip hop, and articism probably ain't even a word.
It's not. It's not.
Hip hop, listen,
He said,
is-
If you can make up words, then you should make up a new word for hip hop.
listen, is anything you can create over a rhythm, dude. And
That's music.
and
dog.
listen, this is what the media has turned it into and shit.
Well,
And this
but
is
some of
why
the
we have
other
rap.
hand-
And this is why we have rappers that are, like we mentioned earlier, bum, fucking yachty, blah blah, whatever. The media has turned them into. We can play a fire ass beat
and say whatever
with
we
shit
want.
ton of knocks, and you say,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Wait,
I'll
Cardi.
fucking pull
Wait,
up to that
Cardi.
shit like,
Well,
yeah.
okay, that's not what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
So,
Yeah.
no, but I think that can relate to what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
I see
Yes.
it too.
Do you think is that type of
Okay.
rap gonna last? The Lil Pump, the TikTok, whatever the
We've
one
already
hit
seen it
wonder
go
rap,
away.
is that gonna last, or is the quality lyrical J. Cole?
That is
Drake
a
So,
good
so,
question.
so,
That's
so
a
listen,
good
we'll come back to what I
question.
said. Listen,
What's gonna be considered hip hop
When-
down the road?
when I was a little younger, probably 2 years ago, when Lil Pump was hot, when he came out, D-Rose, D-Rose, D-Rose,
Yeah,
D-Rose,
yeah.
that was like hype shit. Like, I love that shit, but I could listen to that shit for like a
We're
week.
not talking about
maybe,
lyricism.
and
We're talking about the genres of music.
No, what he's saying is if it will last, like people who
He's
are
splitting
lyricists.
it. He's splitting it into genres. Which
So
one's
I'm
gonna
saying,
lead
like
us?
Lil Pump, Smoker, I could listen to one of their hits maybe for like a week or even a couple of days. I can keep coming back to a J. Cole song or a
Right.
Kendrick song
years later.
time after time. It's timeless
Right.
music. It's
Of course.
classical.
Yeah,
That's
we know
why I'm
that
saying
stuff.
these rappers, like, and I'd say I'm not a hater of Lil Pump. I'm not a hater of Smoke Perp. I really liked Smoke Perp when he first came out. I think he put on for Florida. I think he started the whole way for Florida. I'm going to give him that credit right now, right?
Yes.
But if he doesn't mold and continue to mold like the rest of these rappers who make timeless music, It will fall off. That's why people were making fun of his last album sales and shit. Lil Pump's endorsing Trump. Like, what the fuck? I think these guys are maturing as we become rappers, just as we are when we used to like more of that turn up shit, right? They're maturing as rappers, and they're realizing, man, I'm singing about so much Xanax and lean and all this shit. I don't even want to do this shit myself no more. Why would
So
I
then the question remains though, what is going to happen next?
Yeah,
I think at this point,
conversation.
my opinion, at this point, there's no fucking telling because this generation is fucking nuts.
Yeah, but that's a
Point blank
good
period.
ass
This
point.
generation is fucking nuts.
Fair enough.
Good ass point. We have no idea.
We had Tekashi 6ix9ine, bro. This man just snitched on a whole fucking
Hold on.
shit ton of people, and people are still bumping him.
that's
But
a
not
good
really
point.
though. But when my generation, how I grew up, through Six to the Code. It's you deny till you die, and then when you die, you don't snitch. So
Stitches get stitches, bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, what's up, Uncle? What's up?
You just bringing up 6ix9ine, like you're bringing him like
But
irrelevant.
no one's listening to
ever
him
since
no
he did all that extra shit and snitching.
Irrelevant.
Where's
Yeah.
he been? Right.
No one's listening
Where's
to
he
it.
been?
listen,
He
dog.
was,
He is still.
He was like a fat
When he
fuck.
was locked up, before he even got his lockup and got his, or when he got released and got his appeal, he signed like a, what was it, $10 million for like a 3
That's a
album
rumor,
contract.
and one thing is,
It
listen to
don't
those
matter
contracts,
because,
bro.
dude, listen, people are still gonna listen. This new generation of these white kids in the suburbs, or anyone in the suburbs, matter of fact, they don't give a fuck about motherfuckers snitching, bro. They don't give a fuck, dude.
Alright.
They don't.
Do you
give
listen
a
to
shit.
6ix9ine?
No.
Do you listen to 6ix9ine? You?
No, but I did.
Me? No. You?
But
Nobody does, bro.
Listen, we're all-
Find somebody.
We're
That's
all
the point we're
listen.
making.
We're all '90s babies, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee if there's a 2000 baby right here, they'd be like, yeah, I can't
Oh,
fuck
for
with them.
sure.
These
Someone's
guys.
speed dial in 90s
For
baby.
guaranteed.
Hey, add us.
Guaranteed.
Add us.
2000s baby.
Alright,
Guarantee
2000s
it.
baby or 90s baby?
Yeah.
Call
Guarantee it,
2000s
bro.
baby.
Guarantee it, man. Hold up,
What
hold
you
up.
want?
Hold on, let's see.
My middle name Benjamin because my mama knew I was gonna stack them hearts.
Speech impediment.
I kind of do. Hey, but Mitch understand me though. It's that Fox Hill slang. Hey, Mitch. Hey, listen to this.
feels both
Hey,
funny.
they know.
Hey, chill.
No, good. Hey, you heard me, right?
Alright, wait.
Hey,
so-
hold up. I'm calling
shit.
the 2000s baby. Hold up, before you say anything. So I'm calling the 2000s baby right now to ask if he knows anyone who listens to Tekashi 6ix9ine or if he himself listens to Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Put up some mic. Do you listen to
Do
6ix9ine?
Do I know anybody that listen to 6ix9ine?
Do you listen to 6ix9ine?
Do I listen to 6ix9ine? No, personally, I do not listen.
Why?
To 6ix9ine. He just. I'm more of a lyrical rapper myself.
See, that's not even a valid opinion because you don't like the trap.
Hold on.
Listen.
When it comes to those like J. Cole, like Kendrick, them type of rappers, that's my type of deal. I don't really fucking know. Like screaming into the mic type of rappers and nothing like that. I
Hey,
mean,
but
maybe
Sylvester
on occasion if I'm working out or something, I need something hype to like get me in the
Of
mood.
course, we all do.
so you don't care about anything about his past. You just care about the music aspect of it, right?
Yeah. I don't really.
So what about your home, like your friends? And
The question is, do people your age listen to Tekashi?
when you're in the car with your homies and shit, you ever get a 6ix9ine song playing?
Immediately skipped.
Hold up, but do people actually right now after he came back?
skipped.
Hold on, listen. After he came back from jail, right now, do people still listen to him?
I follow social media perfectly. I haven't seen a word about him.
There we go.
Point
That's
taken.
that.
Hold
That's
on.
that. Thank you.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
That's the younger generation, so
I
we know what's
personally
going
do
to
not
last.
listen
Hold
to
on.
him. I don't really associate myself with him or anything.
That's a 10-year
Oh,
difference. Wow.
10-year difference.
This kid's
Okay.
soft.
But
Right.
he said he
No,
listened
that-
to him if he was pumped up.
No, he was saying he listens to non-lyrical rappers when he's pumped up. He didn't say Tekashi.
Not 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine was immediately
okay.
skipped.
Everyone here
Cool.
listens to not all lyrical rap. Like that'd
Right.
be kind of boring if you only did that. But you're saying nobody that you know your age really listens because we're trying to figure out who actually listens to him. And he was
Nobody.
saying that the younger generation does. I was calling you to prove that still nobody does.
If I were to go around my school asking people if they listen to 6ix9ine on a regular basis or anything, if that was like their top option, I promise you none of them would say yes.
Okay. All right. Bet.
All right, we need one more person.
Thank
All
you for
right,
that.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Talk to you soon, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yep.
All right. That was
You got one
perfect.
more?
Yep.
You got somebody
Let's
else?
see if he answers. It's
Bet.
my cousin.
All right. Let's see. I think it's gonna be a no, bro. Even if he does answer, I think it's gonna be a no.
Shh, I don't want to
Who's that?
Yeah.
69? I've never. Have y'all ever 69?
Why is my cousin calling?
Nigga,
All the time,
that
baby.
shit fire.
No, for real.
Yes, 100%. That shit is fire.
I have never 69 in my life.
You were missing out, cuz.
Never in your life?
You were missing out.
I've gotten head, I've ate pussy, but I've...
Actually,
Wow.
What you say?
that you miss out on a lot of.
I don't miss out on a lot, but I've never I ate pussy and got my head separately. I've never done them at the same time.
Hey,
You
look.
fucking up.
Wow, you tweaking, bro.
Nigga, them shits fire.
Hold
Apart,
Hold on,
nigga,
this
they go
man
break
here-
together.
Jeff Fry, like, oh my god, she's gonna see my butthole.
Nah, bro.
Oh my god, I used to
Hey.
date this girl and shit. She'd be like, I'd be like, I forgot what I was like saying. She was like, I was like, how do you feel about like 69 and shit? She's like, you know, like when I suck your dick, I see your butthole anyway.
Why does she see your butthole when she's sucking your dick?
Alright, here's my cousin calling back. Hold up. Yo. Hold up.
Hey, yeah.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah.
Alright, so what year were you born in? Alright, 99. So you're not a 2000 baby, but you're pretty much still there, right? So how old are you?
21.
Alright, let me ask you a real question.
Okay.
So you know everything with 6ix9ine, Tekashi 6ix9ine and everything, right?
Right.
Obviously you know who he is.
Yeah.
Do you still listen to his music?
No.
Good. Despite everything that's been going on with him, and he's a snitch and he's a rat and all this shit, you would not listen to his music.
No, it ain't even good.
That's all I needed from you,
That
brother.
settles that.
That's a Kavanaugh, real that blood.
Thank you.
Snitch K. Love you, cuz. Alright.
That settles that,
Hold
bro.
up, but the real question is why do you want to see your butthole when you get head, bro? What you say?
No, I'm no. Nah. Hey, you ever been like, you ever laid a bitch like upside down in the bed? You know what I'm saying? Her head.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down,
Yeah.
bro. Come on.
You know.
No, that's
Put
your
that shit
fire.
on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think that was an actual conversation because she was like, yeah.
Hey mom, do you know who 6ix9ine is?
No, one night she definitely told me
What do you
like,
mean?
yeah, I see your butthole. Like it's not scary. and
is
shit.
69 a thing that girls
I'm
ask
not,
for or
I'm not
guys
afraid of
ask for?
6ix9ine.
Yes.
Which one?
I think I just.
Hold up. I'm not gonna say names, but we have a male sex addict in the room. Change your voice, please, for this. Have you or has a woman ever asked for that?
Yeah.
Which one?
Both.
That nigga said nah.
Oh God!
I've never been asked for 69. I've never
For real?
Dude, I just like give me some head.
That's because
Yeah.
your nose big. They don't want to get hurt.
Hey, so is his. So,
Hell no! Hell no!
That was funny as hell.
I bet he listens to 6ix9ine.
Oh shit.
Nigga act like you listen to 6ix9ine.
Somebody was telling me, somebody that I worked with,
it's enough.
probably a few weeks ago, they're like,
Ew, no.
man, I really do bump that first song that he came out with when he got out of jail. And
Yeah.
shit. And I was like, man, you're not even my coworker no more. I don't even want to fucking talk.
But we all kind
Can't
of
even
did.
associate.
What's that, Goomba? Everyone played Goomba.
No, I watched it the first time
It was
because I
was
want to
out.
see Black China's
That's how
fat
it was
ass.
so
That's
big.
it.
We all watched
The
it
video
at
was
least
way
once.
more fire than the song.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to see Black China's fat ass with sprinkles on it. That's a couple.
Sprinkles on it. Nigga said
You
sprinkles.
like fat
Sprinkles fall
boys
off.
like that? You like fake asses like that?
I don't give a fuck. So fake ass, real ass, whatever. That shit big and jiggle.
We Gucci.
Well, fake
Said it meets all the
booties don't jiggle,
criteria.
that's my point.
You don't know if it's fake or not.
Bro,
How you
fake
know?
booties don't jiggle.
You want to fuck a fake booty?
No, it doesn't jiggle.
So you like wait?
Malcolm, hold up.
Yeah, hold on.
Hold on.
Malcolm, come on, get in.
That's a motherfucking lie.
Get in here.
Hold up, get your ass in here.
We need a real
Yeah.
debate here.
Get in there.
That is a motherfucking lie. Since I known him and shit, we was like 7th grade and shit. Like, This is weird because we're talking about it now at this age, like 7th grade. I barely knew him. We'd be walking past the gym class or some shit like, damn, hey, you see that? I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Damn, you see that ass, bro? So I know Malcolm is about that booty. So I think 100% he is cappy. He wouldn't care if it was a fake ass or a real ass.
I'm done.
So listen. Listen,
bro.
No. Listen, if you was about to smash shorty, right? And you didn't even know yet, right? Y'all got naked, blah blah.
You gonna know before you were even, like that's why I approached her, right? Because I seen that ass.
You was not gonna know. I guarantee. Yo, listen, like 21 says, you spent the 5, but I spent the dub. That's when my girl shit soft. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends. You know what I'm saying? Tell me, you wanna fuck Kim K?
No.
Oh, you are.
That's cat.
Hang the fucking shit. I don't even want to hear nothing else.
Are you done?
Because she's fake as fuck.
Boom, right there. So boom, right there.
telephone.
I already have my option out of them. The Kim K's.
Yeah.
I'm going to Courtney. She's the natural one. She looks the best out of all 3 of them.
The least
Right?
fake.
She's the least fake.
I'm about to heat your
She
ass
looked
up.
the best out of all 3 of them. I'm sure there's some other people that would agree with me.
You
She
like
has
Tristan
no work
Thompson,
done.
cuz you out here Tristan Thompson.
Tristan Thompson with Chloe.
Look at that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I'll fuck all of them.
No,
I don't give a fuck. Except
Anyway.
Scott Disick or what's his name, Caitlyn Jenner, or her name, Caitlyn Jenner. I wouldn't.
That's the one we're talking about. She the baddest.
No. Not Caitlyn Jenner.
No, he said Scott's wife.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that's who we talking about.
Okay.
Yes, Scott's wife. Okay.
Well,
That's where he said Scott's wife. Okay.
You said Scott's wife.
Anyway,
That's who I'm
Chris Jenner, his ex-wife.
No.
look,
Scott's
stop.
wife.
We're not talking about him.
Chloe.
Get off of that. We're not talking about him.
Okay, I thought he said Scott's. That's right. You don't need to cut that shit.
Let's stay in it.
For sure, cuz. For
Do you have
sure.
any more points to make on that fake ass?
Yeah, he brought up all this other shit about some in 7th grade, blah blah blah. Yeah, in 7th grade we weren't looking at fake booties, were we?
Or we didn't
Exactly
know what
my
we were
point.
looking
So
at.
even
Malcolm,
when
I
you,
just-
stop.
Oh, okay.
Even when you want to sit here and try to quote a nigga like 21 Savage, I don't live that lifestyle, so I can't even go get a bitch with a fake ass in the first place.
So do you know? You don't even know.
Even
what
if
feels
I
like.
did have the resources to go get a bitch with a fat fake ass, I'm choosing a natural one before I choose.
I would choose a natural ass before a fake ass any day, but you can't say if a fine ass shorty was in front of you and you're like, damn, this ass feels a little weird, must be fake, but everything else was banging, you would not smash. 100% say it truth.
The truth
Say it.
is, I would not end up in that situation because I'm choosing a bitch with a natural ass.
That
before
is
I go
cap
to a bitch with a
100%.
fake ass.
Listen, Malcolm.
I'm approaching a bitch with a natural ass.
Listen,
before I
Malcolm,
approach a
I've
bitch
known
with
you
a
for
fake
so
ass.
long, bro. Motherfucker, we love ass, bro.
He said,
And
"We love
listen,
ass."
we don't care if that shit is fake or real, as long as her teeth are white and her forehead ain't big as a soccer field. I'm decent on the situation. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm gonna say is that sprinkles fall off a dry
Shut
skin.
your ass up, too. Shut your ass up. I don't even want to hear no view. This man be going an hour and a half to the back of the yard just to find somebody from Facebook. I don't want to hear nothing.
Hey, don't worry, I'll put your name out. Don't worry.
Hey, I'm gonna be
You don't put my man on blast like that, but that shit weird. I'm just playing. Not worse.
Oh, God. I'll fuck a fake booty. Signing off.
Hey man, I'm glad you didn't admit to it. I'm glad.
I'll fuck a fake booty. Fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
I'll
my
buy my
point.
bitch fake
You're
booty.
going to approach a girl with a natural fat.
What
ass
hip hop
before you
topic
approach
brought
a
us on
woman
that?
with fake
Yes,
ass.
I'm totally down with natural fat ass before BBLs, VBL, whatever the fuck they call
But then
them.
again, Kyle, I've seen you say what a fat ass is to you.
Yo, what's
Yeah.
the
And that motherfucker don't be fat.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, I just seen that a few times.
Yeah. I like petite bitches.
He like petite.
All your girlfriends have
He
been
like
big
the
skinny. What are you
petite.
talking about?
He doesn't
Don't
like
say all that shit.
Not a bad way. See
I have fucked some thick bitches, that's for sure. I fucked
You
some
know
bitches.
now
I
you're
fucked-
exposing yourself.
Listen, I just like skinny bitches because they get the best head. That's it.
And you're mad at what I said.
It's a stereotype.
I said, don't put me
It's
on
a stereotype.
You know my ex is gonna watch this shit like, damn,
Bro, I said
Somebody in the back, like,
my ex is gonna watch this like, damn, I'm definitely one of them skinny bitches Jeff talking about.
Now they're gonna sit there and watch like, yeah, he was hitting all these thick bitches apparently.
And I'll tell you what, I hate you bitches, I definitely was. Why? No, don't shake over me.
Is that right? No, Smitty just got engaged and shit.
Yeah,
Hey, congrats!
We lost another one. God damn it.
Alright, yo, let's cheers to that.
Oh yeah,
Cheers,
yo. I don't have my drink. But hey, yo, no, it's all good, bro. It's all good. You got it up. Wrap it up.
Straight shine. Yeah, I just wanna see my whole team straight shine.